Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go.
All right, traders, this is Rev Wood. I go by SageFT. This is the live trading desk at SageFT review and Rev-Up for 5/11/25. So last week we had ISM, Fed funds, Trump's. Well, this wasn't there, but Trump speaks, 30-year bond, and then Friday was just nothing but just Fed speak. Okay, now what everybody was thinking was this was going to move the market in some huge direction, right? The Fed funds rate, FOMC statement, and the press conference. Now, what actually happened was bubkiss, right? Before we get into next week, let's take a look at last week. Now, this is actually the play that should have hit, but we'll get it next time. What we have here is a sweep the leg situation on the daily chart for last week. Here's what I mean. We go into 20 turns up, we get a buy bar, we come back, test the bottom or the stop out level of the buy bar. In testing the stop out level of the buy bar, they test it successfully and purchase. And so what we're watching into next week, which we'll get into in a second here, is what do they do with next week? So now, how did we trade this week? Well, it was rather difficult, to be real. And aside from my own personal mishap with my trade copier and things like that, I could have had a lot better of week than I did. I was slightly profitable in one, very profitable in another, very not profitable in another, and slightly not profitable in another, and then lost 2 eval accounts. Now, what we're looking at here, let's go to the 4-hour chart, and I want to go back over here, okay? I want to go to this record-setting 10% 4-hour bar. All right. Now, this is the basis of everything that we're looking at moving forward. Here's why. Look at your higher low, higher high with a record-setting ATR. What that means is there were no sellers. How do we know that? When the sellers finally came in, there was some profit taking. We went past the 61.8% retracement level of this record-setting bar. I want to keep saying the word record-setting because not only did it make a record, it shattered the previous records. Comes all the way down. They buy it. They buy it. They buy it. They buy it. Oh, wait. They get one more. Wait. They get more chances to buy it and buy it. Then they gap it. Buy the gap. Okay? There's another buy bar. Look at this one right here. You'd be long right in the 40s, 54.40. Now watch where it goes. Okay, it just keeps going. It just keeps going, right? And so what you do, the way that this works is, and we're still on the 4-hour chart, you take every overtake or every signal that you have found on your 2-minute chart to your 15-minute chart that has worked very, very well. You're just going to take the same trades. So for example, you see this draw here, you take the next trade, right? You wait for the next draw. All right, so now here's the next draw. So now where does it go? Now, we did come into this level here. It's basically, I mean, high is 41 and it hit 40. It's 44, whatever number it is. And so how did we play it? Well, if we go down into the 45-minute chart, this was sideways price action. So we were just talking about draws, right? Now, how should we have played it? I'm going to say that instead of how did we play it. The way we should have played it was wait for the draw. Okay, just like I explained. Watch, wait for the draw, which, yes, it took a few days to get throughout the week. And then you take the first le bonheur. That it makes all of them green. Okay, so now another draw, and then you do it again. All right. Now, what I want to point out, though, is you had to have targets. The trades, and I'm going to speak personally because I've had a little bit of time to review my trades, but not much because we're recreating NinjaTrader on the other computer. Now, the trades that did not work as well as I would have liked them to was all of the trades that I try to chase or move the stop up and keep trailing and try to hit a home run. The only trades that would have worked were the trades that were after a major raw. But even then, there was some turbulence, so they always pulled back. So you had to wait for the next opportunities. Okay, now going into the 15-minute chart, we'll just do this real quick. We just waited for position 1, and then look how it came back to the 200 moving average late in the week. Look how it came back to the moving average early in the week, and then when it flipped, you can kind of see the overall gist of what they're doing here in terms of, do they test this line again or not? Right. So it would have been over here. Do they test? Do they test this line again or not? Right. So, and then we're talking about last week still. Well, yes, they did. Test, success. Okay. Test, success. Okay. Test, super success. Okay. And then you just take the next trade. And so let's bring it into this week's, let's segue into this week. The way that it's going to work is I'm really going to wait on the 15-minute chart for some sort of test, right? Like, for example, we have a perfect test right here. So what are they going to do at this level, right? This is the first thing that I'm going to be watching, which will be 565s, whatever that number is, right? We'll go ahead and mark that. Now, let's go out to the daily chart. This is the ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. At this level here was your target. If you swept the leg here, because it goes the 200 symbols up here, right? So that this would be, they're pushing towards the 200. If this is the setup, they're pushing towards 200, everything turns green, green, green. You sweep the leg because you're moving towards the 200. So now they've already taken their profit. They've already made their money off of all the people that got stopped out. Their target is here because they just cracked you in the face, because this is where everybody else went long, got stopped out because they thought it was a 1-bar play. Come to find out, we just, that you had to play the market maker's game. And so what my thought is very, very simple. It's either this green line, watching this dotted trend line, ... Okay, this is the daily chart. Okay, we're past all the other break. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then the other thing that I'm watching is, this is the elephant in the room right now, the overhead supply. All right, so now we've got a couple major points here. So we have some serious work. I apologize. I'm using a different keyboard. I'm using the keyboard on the laptop for this because we're in the process of moving all of this over to 2 different computers. Tomorrow at 8 a.m., what you're going to see is the new computer run through a screen grab from this computer. It's going to be really cool. And so this level here, das level here, 5836. That's the absolute over under. So 5836, 5840. On the bottom side, it's this level here, 573, 5377. So 5377, 5601. Okay, and then here is the target, 5709. All right, and then this major area of 5850, 5850, 5848, however we want to say it. Okay, so that's going to be the way that we're going to work it. We're going to be trading with our moving averages, right? We want to watch the 200 period on the 4-hour turn up because it's still red, right? So here's the thing. With it still red, the algorithms are waiting for the next move. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me. As you can see, we're improving a bunch of stuff. We got things banging over here. I know everything's all out of whack here. Let me... All right. I'll see everyone tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. live. I got to rebuild NinjaTrader on this new computer that we let Elijah pick out whatever he wanted. We got kind of a sweet machine. If you want a custom build, Costco has custom builds. Just go to Costco.com and type in custom computers. Shocked. Very, very happy with the support. There's no promo code or anything like that. We're satisfied with the product that we got. Customer service. That's going to do it for me. If you trade micros in an eval or a prop firm account, Take Profit Trader has 50-cent micros commissions up to their pro account. Code SageFT at checkout with Take Profit Trader, or click on the link that we're going to provide to you. That's going to do it for me. Thanks, everybody.